everybody. Welcome to the Glow Podcast. I am here today with a very exciting guest. I have Atul from Atul Skincare, and I'm very excited to talk to him. If you are new here, we are tailored marketing, and we help dermatologists, skincare clinics, and aesthetic clinics grow their practices through strategic marketing strategies. So if you are interested, drop a comment below. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm very excited to have you here today, Atul. If you would, I would love if you would just kind of go ahead and give a little bit of an introduction to who you are so the audience knows who you are.
Sure. First of all, Taylor, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show, on your platform. And to your audience, I would just like to say hello, good afternoon. My name is Atul Batara. I am the founder of Atul Skincare. That's ATUL Skincare. Sometimes people spell the name the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I am an entrepreneur for the last 20 years, in skincare for the last 4 years. But I'll just give you a little bit of background in my story, heritage a little bit, because it all ties into the company. My name's Atul Batara. I was born premature. 7 months, and as a result of that I was born 2 pounds 13 ounces and was diagnosed with CP at 14 months. CP is cerebral palsy. I've been through 14 operations, and I use a wheelchair, and I do walk with crutches. Even though that being the case, doctors didn't know whether I was going to be able to see or sit or have cognitive function. I come before you today as a skincare entrepreneur, as somebody that graduated St. John's University Tobin College of Business, January 2003. Since July of 2004, I was in the restaurant and catering business with my family, and got into skincare in 2020 during the pandemic. What actually happened was that in my childhood, I was sent to India to live with my maternal grandmother for a few years. She would, at that time in the 80s, in a household in India, she would take yogurt and mix spices in it, like turmeric, saffron, and cinnamon, and she would make these little face packs out of it. The women of the house would put them on their faces. They would also put them out on the kids' faces. They didn't have to ask us for permission. They would just throw them on our face. And later on, getting into the wedding business with restaurant and catering, we did over 300 weddings a year in Queens, New York at the World's Fair Marina restaurant. By the way, that business does still exist today. It was just shut down temporarily during the pandemic. So there is a ceremony in Indian weddings called the Haldi ceremony, and the word Haldi means turmeric. So they put this mixture of turmeric and spices on the bride and groom to kind of give them a facial, a body facial. So that's what Atul Skincare was mimicking, a line that made of natural ingredients that could, pay homage to my culture and also be all natural. Another thing that we talked about in the pre-interview is, we have active ingredients like turmeric, saffron, cinnamon, and there's a beautiful scent to it. Some people use like the serum rather than a cologne or a perfume, which I don't know if everybody knows is alcohol based. And our serums and everything, the only scent that you get is from essential oils. So
they're very natural, and I can attest to them smelling very good.
You've been trying the products, so I would ask you what your experience has been with them.
No, for sure. Like you said, they definitely smell very, very good, and you can tell that they're natural too, because sometimes, like you were saying with the perfume, when you put on a perfume, sometimes it smells almost like, I don't know, like synthetic. It doesn't smell very natural. And yours definitely, they smell very natural, and they also leave your skin feeling very, very soft as well. And then another thing too is the pack is absolutely gorgeous.
We were definitely going for a luxurious feel both in the packaging and the product. If you have it handy, you could show it, otherwise we could just talk about it. Everybody being able to see it may be helpful to visualize. It's
Okay.
they can also follow us, go to atulskincare.com or follow us on Instagram at Atul Skincare and take a look at everything there.
So yeah, this is what the facial cleanser looks like. And then this is what the clay mask looks like. And they're very, very pretty packaging, as you can see. And then also the serum and then the moisturizer as well.
In selecting the color, I've been told by many people that most skincare doesn't look this way, and we were
Yeah.
going for that red color of passion. And marketing 101 teaches you that people have something like seconds to look at a product on a counter and even pick up a bottle to look at. So we were definitely trying to make a statement with the colors and just come check out the brand, play with it, see what it smells like, see what you like with it. Another thing we were also speaking about in the pre-interview is the new sunscreen. New Age sunscreen is blue light blocker protection.
Yeah.
Because we are spending basically time from one screen to another with our computer at work, our phone always, and then the TV, and with usually a tablet or a phone in your hand as the second screen. So, your skin being the largest organ of your body, you definitely do need products or any kind of protection against blue light.
Yeah.
Indisputable. It's you look at all the depression, all the mental health stuff, all that blue light, and not having a filter to block it out is really affecting teenagers and people, and bringing up issues like mental health and depression as well.
Yeah. No, I think that that's really, really important because, like we were talking about, people are spending more time in front of their computers, their phones, the TVs, and not as much time in the sun. Your typical person who works or even somebody in school, they're in front of their computer a lot. So it's really important to have that protection.
Most definitely that, and I would also separately recommend having a shower head that does have a filter in it that helps so you wash your skin properly, and then really do research in terms of the products and the brand you're using, what they stand for and what they allow, in their products.
Yeah, no, I think that that's such a good point too. Just really having clean ingredients in everything that you're using, even your water too. And so can you I know you talked a little bit about like the story behind the skincare, kind of with your family and how they used to make their own home remedies, and I think that that's so fun. But what besides that, what made you kind of want to get into the skincare industry?
I just thought that it's an industry that you can actually serve people, make a difference, and also being a disabled minority entrepreneur, be part of the larger conversation to help minority and disabled owned businesses. As I'm able to scale and make my own business successful, I do want to give back to people that are in my situation or in similar situations. So for me, it just I was ready for a change, ready to do something different. I also, throughout the process of launching this business, did lose my mom and my aunt within a year of each other.
Sorry.
So it was a time to pay tribute back to them and the heritage. And, I know they're watching over me, and I just want to say I love them deeply, and I want to say thank you to them for all what you see today, the good, the bad, whatever. It would not have been possible without them. Just want to tell them I love them very much, and I think about them every day. I've also written about this company in a Les Brown book called Ignite the Hunger in You. So
Okay.
there's a chapter in there called The Spark Within, where I wrote about the launch of this company, which is now being turned into a documentary. I actually have a trailer. I'll send that to you, and you could kind of, it's just 90-second trailer. You could embed it
Yeah,
into the interview,
for
and
sure.
you could, I just wanted to tell people a few things apart from skincare. It's like, don't let somebody else's opinion of you become your reality. People who usually have had their dreams crushed or haven't acted upon their dreams will not support you, but it's nothing to do with you. You still have to have the courage to go forward and take the path that they weren't able to take.
Yeah.
and and either you expect things the way they are, or you have to have the courage to change them. So I have a disability, and do I have things that I need help with on a daily basis? That's true, but that doesn't define who I am as a person. So no matter what you're facing, whether it's financial, physical, health wise, family wise, maybe you came from a broken home, maybe there was some abuse, you can transcend all those things and you can make your dreams come true.
That's awesome. I love that. And so, what are kind of some of the goals for Atul Skincare over the next year or so? What are you kind of focused on with the business?
Well, different distribution platforms. We are talking to some of the subscription boxes to have some of our products in there. We'd love to be part of a mass skincare retailer, or Credo, an Ulta, or Blue Mercury.
Okay.
We'd love to get into stores like Nordstrom, and basically the sky's the limit. I wake up every
Yeah.
day. I have my vision board. I wake up every day. I've already done the thing that Jim Carrey talks about, which is to write yourself the $10 million check. He talks about that famously.
Yeah.
I've worked with a mentor like Les Brown. One of my favorites are Louise Hay and Abraham Hicks, and you know that's how I choose to live my life. You know,
Yeah.
and believe me, once you can get into your subconscious mind, where all things are possible, your reality is just a paradigm shift leading up to this point. But you can change your life, and you can do whatever you would like to do. And no matter how many setbacks you faced, today's a day with a new possibility, always. Albert Einstein said that in terms of achievement. Just recently, we were awarded Best New Skincare Line from the Long Island Herald
That's awesome.
newspaper. So, you know, little by little, it's that, I think it's Jay-Z who said that, I'm an overnight success that took 20 years to build. So
Yeah.
people think it's that exit or that $1 million deal to sell your product that makes a difference, but it takes so much to get there. And what you have to do is make sure you get there in one piece, and you get there with a good outlook on yourself and life. I know so many people, they're successful, but their outlook on life is not the way that I want to live. They're very cynical, and
Yeah.
they feel like that they were the only ones that could do it, and when they start telling you the story, it's not very appealing in
Yeah.
terms of, it doesn't make they make you feel like they did it, but you can't do what they did. And
Yeah.
I'm here to say, with the tools that we have now, with the internet, with social media, with being able to be on platforms like yours, and get the word out, and you working with all the businesses that you help within skincare and product space. I would like to see more and more people join your platform, and work with you personally wherever the product mix fits, and go from. And there's so many, like now, Pilates studios and workout spaces where products like this could also do well.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so, primarily right now, you sell through your
Our
website,
website,
correct?
yeah,
Yeah,
we sell
yeah,
through our website. We are currently in talks for, being a part of other online platforms. We're launching our Amazon shop soon. We're
awesome.
launching on TikTok soon with an agency that wants to help in affiliate marketing and so on and so forth. So, there's so many exciting things to come for Atul Skincare, and I wanna speak to people who have been told that they're not the right kind of founder for this industry, because I was certainly told that you know nobody's gonna, like, today skincare brands are more female founded. They have, you know a certain kind of image, either a young girl or a celebrity attached, and
Yeah,
I was told like I'm the wrong demo for skincare, that go do something else and go do something easier. But my life story has never been to take the easy path. I kind of get excited about having the challenge, and I want to just tell whoever's listening out there, whatever your passion is, whatever you want to do, whatever you've been told that you can't do, or something that you're putting off, please give yourself that grace, that
yeah,
chance. Sit down with it in prayer and ask God to open doors for you, because where people want to help you, God will. Where people who from your current situation or your past won't help you, God will send people like Taylor, like Taylor to me, in terms of helping me get the word out there for my brand. And she's been great throughout this whole process. And anybody that wants to work with her, don't second guess it. Work with Taylor wherever you can to get your brand out there. Or, just sit there and put it on your vision board that you're going to do 5 podcasts per month, and people are going to be calling you, and before you know it, it's going to happen. I'm living proof, that I'm here today doing this. You
yeah.
know,
No, that's
that
awesome.
it's possible.
And so you were just kind of talking about like some of the challenges when you first got into skincare and kind of people's perception almost of you. What has been some other challenges that you've kind of faced as growing your skincare line?
I mean, it's not challenges. You face a lot of rejection. You know,
Yeah.
you send that, you find that buyer from a, and you send them all your material, and they send you one back. Sorry, we're not looking for, or your brand doesn't fit our mix, and getting getting uh getting up from some of those rejections are hard.
Yeah.
But what I tell myself is, that's not a no, that's not right now,
Yeah.
which means go back, take a look at yourself as a brand, see what you need to work on. And starting local and starting small is honestly the way to go and survive,
Yeah. No, for
because
sure.
it's and once you do get there, like we've just over the last 6 months, if you look at our media page, we've done so much in earned media. None of that has been paid media. And
Yeah.
today, getting any kind of links from any media, any kind of coverage, it's all paid media all the time. The media space has changed so much.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you for sure. That is awesome. Well, tell everyone what is the best way to find you online? What is the best way to find Atul Skincare? And then I will also include all of those links in the show
Well,
notes as well.
go to atulskincare.com. We have every single ingredient listed for all our products. Or on Instagram at Atul Skincare, follow us. If any distributors are interested, any of the Medispa companies, they could reach out to us there. We're also, for anybody that wants to work with us in sales, we do offer commissions off of every sale to anybody that's interested in that. Let me ask you, working with all the companies and med spas, what would you advise a new brand to do to be noticed? And like, how do we come across your radar, and how do you choose the brands and the founders that you talk to? Because I think that might be helpful to somebody who's trying to get on your platform.
Yeah, or just even grow their brand in general too. I mean, definitely. So I reached out to y'all because I love brands who are kind of doing something maybe like a little bit different. I also think that brand stories are really, really important, like what makes you unique? Because skincare is like really any market now is a little
Saturated?
oversaturated. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a little oversaturated. So it's like if you don't have something unique or if you're trying to sell to everybody, then nobody's really going to relate with your product. But if you know who you are, you know who you're serving, then I think that's what makes a brand really unique is like what their unique selling feature is.
I would say our USP, unique selling point, would be a little bit of an older audience that's less fickle, that knows what they're looking for, that have tried the mass produced skincare brands, that are a little bit into yoga, wealth, and wellness, and
Yeah.
health, yoga, health, and wellness, and kind of know ingredients, and they know what they're looking for, and they know what they want to stay away from. A
Yeah.
more informed consumer that has more money to spend, but once you get them into your ecosystem, they're not leaving you because they're not that fickle with their routines that they'll just go pick up and try something else, you know?
Yeah.
Our product has also gone out to some celebrities. It's been shared with Nicole Scherzinger, won the Tony this year, Marla Maples, Carol Alt, Cheryl Teague. So, that's that's our demo.
Yeah.
Older, starting, let's say from the 30 to 50 range,
Okay.
where they have, not to say that it wouldn't work for younger people, but we might not have the colors or the a more sophisticated younger person, it might work for somebody. But again, not getting into the age part, but it's more like somebody who's into yoga and wellness, maybe has been to Bali or been to India, and
Yeah.
kind of is on that personal eat, pray, love journey. That's that.
That's your person.
That's our person. You know,
Yeah.
that's our person. So,
For sure.
we
Awesome.
we are very excited to be going through this journey. I wish things would move a lot faster sometimes. Gotta believe in divine timing.
Yeah. And enjoying the process, right?
I mean, some days it's nerve wracking, but I guess that's what a good drink is for. Right,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah.
enjoying a good drink. But just being blessed enough to go through this journey, you gotta enjoy the journey. It's about the journey. It's not about the outcome. But
For sure.
the journey's gotta be rewarding and beautiful, which it is.
Yeah.
Coming from where the doctor was like, maybe he'll die in a month, or maybe he won't be able to speak.
Yeah,
Now,
you've had a very transformative journey.
yes, yes. And thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Masi. That's what we in Hindi. Masi means mom, sister. So it actually is translated to like a mother. So
Okay. That's
your mom,
awesome.
sister's like your. So and now I have a beautiful fiance who supports me and takes care of me, helps me with the business. She's a great girl, and I wish everybody could find their person and their passion. You know.
Awesome. Well, cool. I really, really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so, so much for your time. I will include all of the links in the show notes, and thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for your time. Namaste. Thank you.